You see this floor mat thing here? When it's up here, water from when it rains, because the people who installed this did it wrong, seeps underneath that threshold and gets that carpet all, and it just soaks it all up. Now, if you have it back here, the water goes down in that crack, doesn't touch that. So, anyways, that being said, and in with what I was just talking about, let me tell you. All right. Now, if they call up, hey, can I come back? You know, are you looking for workers or something? Now, what I would do, here's what I would do. I would say, you can come back, but this floor mat thing here, this little mat thing here in front of the door, I need you to pull it back beyond that crack, every day. Monday through Friday. You could start at 9 o'clock. You can't be late. You can't call off. If you're a minute late, it's all over. You ain't getting a job. So you can't call off. That, same thing. And then you come in, you clock in. I'll give you a time card. You clock in. And then you fix that. And you go back to the time card thing, clock back out. I'll pay you for the minute it takes. And then we'll see if you can do that. All right? For 6 months. That's all your job is. Monday through Friday. 9 o'clock. Come in, clock in, move that back, clock out, go home. I'll pay you for that minute for 6 months. And you know damn well, instead of finding a job somewhere out there, someone will waste the gas. Someone out there would do it. I guarantee it. Would waste the gas driving back and forth and clock in and out, but it would only last 2 weeks because that's what new hires do. New hires, they always do this. They always do this. I always see this. They come in on time. Boom. They're sometimes they're about a minute too early. And then they come in on time, they clock in on it, boom, right on time. And then after a week, it's like 2 minutes late. And then the following week, 3 minutes late. Then a little bit later on, 5 minutes late. And then, I gotta go. I just remembered I have a doctor's appointment, and they'd leave early or whatever. They never make the doctor's appointment at the end of the day or toward the end of the day. It's always like around 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, where they can't come in at all, or they take most of the day off. And then they start calling off and everything. But that's why you have to institute something stupid like this. It's to weed out, the dead wood. So that's what I would do personally, But they just, you get people like that will sit and wait and call and call and call and call. Because I know 4 companies right now that will hire you, one with no experience. They will train you starting at $17 or $18 an hour, 401k, dental, eye. You get 90 days or 3 weeks, not 90 days, my God, 3 weeks off your first year. 3 weeks of paid time off your first year. And you get people that will just sit and call, hey, you got that minimum wage job opening up or whatever it pays? I don't know what it pays here, but you got that job that barely pays you. Well, it's an easy job. It's a very easy job. Why should we pay you, X amount of dollars? You're just doing X amount of things. You have to have a lot of time to prove yourself to make any money, to go up, to step up and make raises and stuff. But people don't want to do that. They do not want to do that. They want to come in. They want a job. They want to start $20 an hour, and they start calling off. Well, if you paid me $30, or if they make minimum wage, and then they have the attitude like, well, if you paid me $15 an hour, that'll never work because you'll go right back. We could pay you $20 an hour, and that'll go right back to you coming in late every day. I mean, it only takes like 2 weeks. It only takes 2 weeks, and then they start coming in late, and then you can eliminate that problem by saying, if you're 5 minutes late, I'm going to dock you a half an hour. And then people say, well, I'll just come in a half an hour late. Well, then I dock you an hour. Well, I'll just come in an hour late then. And then that's when you get wrote up, and then we just fire you after 3 write-ups. So, it's people have the mentality, no work ethic, no mentality of work hard, work your way up the ladder, do a good job. Nobody wants to do that. Well, there's some people that want to do that, but some jobs don't have that ability, to work your way up. Some small companies don't have, to move up. We're not that big of a company here, but like even a larger company, you can go to a larger company and make great money. There's 2 companies right outside by us. There's some companies in here that will hire you, and you can make great money. I get paid well here. I like my job here. I do what I do, and I go outside of what my parameters are to do other things to help the company. You got to help the company, and that's where you're worth more money. You're an asset to the company instead of an expense. But there are too many people out there being an expense. So there you go. But there would be people that would sit and wait for a job instead of going out and finding another job and just sit on unemployment until that runs out. And then they'll go work some job and then milk that out until they get fired from there, and then they go on unemployment or something. But I would get rid of them a lot quicker, to where they couldn't collect unemployment, because it only shows you within a first month if the person is worth having there. It always shows within the first month. It never goes anything beyond the first month. And I mean, if they show up on time, if they work, they do their job, they're not sitting on their phone all the time, they're not going hiding in the bathrooms, they're not, walking out to the dumpsters with one little piece of banding, or, people that come through here think that we're stupid. Or the owner is stupid. He doesn't see that. He sees that. He's not dumb. We haven't been in business for 29 years for being stupid. He knows what he's doing. He's a smart guy. He's very patient. He's very patient with people. With me, you out of here. You out of here. Stuff like that. So that's about it. That's what people would do. That's what I would do if people wanted their job back, and they would sit there and wait outside at 9 o'clock in their car, to come in, and then then 3 days later it's like, just pulling in real quick and running in and clocking in at 9 o'clock, and they're like, well, oh, come on, give me a break. I had a flat tire. And it's funny, they have a flat tire. People call off work for a flat tire the whole day. The whole day. It takes them the whole day to get a flat tire fixed. I think that's funny. There's a lot of excuses that I've heard over the years. I've heard some really doozies, man. And I could make a video on the excuses that people have used. Oh, there are some that are just totally outrageous. But anyways, that's me just rambling on. Okay, I got stuff to do. I'll see you later. I didn't even time to start yet, but I'm starting. See you in the next one. I gotta go out here. It's dark.